single year that I've gotten here. Every year is so much more beautiful than the first, and I thank all of you for making it happen. All the participants, all the people that come out here and make this happen. It's just absolutely beautiful. I don't remember half of my 16 years here, but they were all spectacular. So I thank everybody, and I want to talk to that guy who's 20 over there. Thank you, everybody.
People ask me how things have changed, and things haven't changed. Early on, when I was talking to the Burning Man organizers, in those days we were all organizers, what they would do to avoid liability instead of getting insurance is they would form an organization, a corporation, that would throw Burning Man for that year. Then they would dissolve the corporation, and the next year they would form a new corporation that would have Burning Man the next year. So each year is a unique thing. People say, you miss the old times. It's like Burning Man in the early 1990s was not, it's not this.
Lawless!
It was like when you go, when there's a little county fair and the street corner and there are ponies to go around and maybe one little ride. That was the way it is, and it's great and it's fun, and you go and you ride the ponies and you have the popcorn, and then someone says, let's go to Disneyland, and there are rides and everything else, and that's this. It's not, this is nothing, has nothing at all similar to the way Burning Man used to be, except for that statue up there and some of the people who are in some ivory tower somewhere, but otherwise, this is it. This is Burning Man 2011, and it's not going to be this way again. And 20 years from now, you're going to say 2011 was different, and it's not an evolution. It is new, and you're bringing it. And the best thing you can do is to, I mean, yeah, there's great art, there's great creation, but it's the people. I've had a camp ever since we had Christmas camp in '93. People would walk up and they'd start talking, this is really cool. And they look like the same dirt bags that you see walking down the street and run into bars, but they are different. They're here. They made the effort of money and effort to get here, and they're interesting. And the most boring looking person can be the most interesting person you've ever met in your life, and they keep coming. And that's you. You are the most interesting person to someone.
Thank you for that camaraderie. Is anyone else feeling so inspired to share a tiny little snippet?
So this is my 13th year in 18. First year was 94. And in my day, in the old day, we walked. There was no bicycles.
That's right.
But the man, he wasn't up on some thing up there. We had to pull him up. Every day, just bunches pulled it up before we burned it. And you can find the camp in the old days because it was way the fuck out there. Miles. You'd have to go on for hours driving in the desert before you could get to the camp, if you ever found it. So those were the good days.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing about your good days at Burning Man. Anyone else? Any more? Mr. Danimal.
I've definitely learned a lot from coming here, and I'm just grateful that this existed. I don't think that the things I've learned necessarily need to be at Burning Man. I think you can learn these things in the default world. I used to think that it was only at Burning Man I was going to have this experience, and I think more and more that this is a wonderful thing that I come to. It's a wonderful place, but there's just as much excitement, there's just as much interest outside. It all depends on you and your perspective, and I feel like this place really taught me a different perspective, and I'm really grateful for that. But Burning Man, as great as it is not the end-all be-all. I would not want to live here year-round.
I would.
But I absolutely love coming here once a year with some of my best friends and having a great fucking time. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
So this is my 13th in a row, and once I found it, I could not go to Burning Man. I can't skip a year. It's like coming home. And each year I do something different. And I did a deep playa project one year, and spun in a great circle one year, and do medical for a few years, and met so many great people. And I just wish I had more time to meet everybody. It's very difficult to spend just 1 week here and not see and meet all these fantastic people. Like everywhere I look, it's just awesome, And I'm pushing for Burning Man to be like at least 10 days, but I don't think most people with the drugs would last. So, but anyway, but thanks. This is great. I heard about this the other day, and I was just coming by here. I had no idea. So it's a good time. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. So, Jan, you got the wine? Oh. That does sum it up.
Okay, I want to do some magic.
You're gonna be fine.
I would love to have some. Thank you so much.
I have acid.
This is the special wine.
Acid does not give me a hangover. Jello.
We have a non-alcoholic.
I'll drink for you.
Thanks.
And so similarly to before, I'm going to invite you to speak the Jewish prayer for blessing the wine. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech ha'olam,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
Borei peri hagafen,
Borei pri hagafen,
and together we say, L'chaim.
L'chaim.